Excerpt from Sima Preminger's memoirs, The Yellow House. Emil, my husband, got invited to the Yellow House. The Yellow House was how we called the KGB's office. They wanted Emil to become an informer, to tell them who was a Zionist or who was another type of criminal. Emil refused. He said he did not know anybody. And it was true. Since our friends started to get arrested, Emil went from work to home to work and back, and that's it. He did not meet up with anybody. But the KGB people kept calling him every few weeks. I was watching him through the window. Emil's bent shoulders, dreadful face, walking slowly to the Yellow House. To get them off him, Emil gave them the name of a dead person. But they checked the information and found out that this Zionist was dead. So what they did, they threatened Emil. There was a law against giving false information. And the punishment, 7 years in the camps. We lived with this threat from 1942 to 1953. In the year of 1945, our second son, Osip, was born. So, 1953. Amongst our friends, many people got arrested. They were charged with espionage and sent away for 25 years. If you didn't inform on your friends, the KGB would make false charges against you and send you to the camps. This was your choice: ruin your friend's life or win yours. When the KGB was after you, you had no chance. If they couldn't charge you as being the enemy of the people, they would falsify some other charges. The saying was, all they need for a trial is a body. The KGB would make up the rest. And that was what eventually they did to Emil. They made up some charges against him. Something like he stole some electrical equipment and exchanged it for a wagon of wood. The punishment for this? 15 years in the camps. Emil got arrested. So what I did, I got a lawyer. She saw immediately that the case did not hold water. But that didn't mean much. The trial started. The witnesses gave contradicting testimonials. So the trial was postponed. And then a miracle happened. Stalin died. And the government announced that all criminals would be pardoned. Only the pardon was for people sentenced to up to 5 years, and Emil faced 15. So it continued. The next hearing took place on April 4th, 1953. I remember that day. During the recess, at 11 a.m., another miracle happened. In the news, we heard the doctor trials were cancelled. The doctor trials were a plot the KGB had organized against Jewish doctors. But now, it was cancelled. The defrosting time started. After those news, the atmosphere in the courtroom changed immediately. My lawyer argued the testimonials in Emil's case were ambiguous. And so the court decided to close this case, and Emil got freed. Well, I wish that was the end of it. After some time, Emil got called again to the Yellow House, where the manager himself, Mr. Fyodorov, told him, You managed to get away this time, scoundrel Jew. But we'll get you next time. We didn't know what to do. By a friend's advice, I wrote a letter to the head advocate in Moscow.